notice advertising that hearing and date. Do I have a second?
I'll do it.
Yes.
Yes.
Can you get a copy of that?
Okay. Yeah. What's the, yeah, what's your final date?
I'm going to do it 10 days before, not having the day of the, not including the night, so. I mean, it's already done, you said, though.
Well, it's not my project, it's Mr. Myers' project, so I'd like to handle it. 21st, good, or the 20th, I guess it's here.
We should have a final copy of the board members by that time.
And if you could please send it as an attachment, not as a written.
Electronically.
That means I gotta do it. So I'll target the 20th, we'll have it for the agenda meeting on the 25th, so.
Mike, I'm sorry to interrupt, but can we get a copy that shows the changes from the existing ordinance? Because it'd be difficult to comment as public if we don't know what got changed.
So you put both of them up there, I guess.
Yeah.
I think I might have already crossed out the track changes.
Track changes or something where, you know, it's pretty obvious what got changed and.
All right.
It's better to put on the same document because it's hard to go back and forth.
Yeah,
I'm sure
yeah, I know, because you're reading along like,
Yeah.
this got changed or one word got changed. I mean, it should be obvious what got changed.
All right, so I'm sure that.
Sorry.
If not, I guess I'll do it. All right, so you want the original and the proposed with track changes on the website.
Yeah,
Thanks, Pat.
I can help you.
I can do that. All right. This is another long one. Let's say read the whole thing.
Everybody's copies are available out there.
All right. So, just to baseline where we are, so I know we have a, I'm not sure actually we do, the municipal laws of the state of New York have a defined rules, and this is really where this came from. But we did make a couple of tweaks. You know, we understand everybody's right to access, the right to record the meetings, the right for the video person. So just a big, you know, some items we want to highlight that since the town board is hiring our video person, Amy, we really request that anybody else doing video will take, you know, a second seat to her position in court. As far as, you know, the ability to actually record the meeting. And then in section 4, this one is specific to the town. We did pass our resolution early in the year, so although there is section 4, although there is no official time constraint and speakers may address one or more items in their comments, they should be considerate of others and try to limit their remarks to no more than 5 minutes so that all interested members of the public will have an opportunity to be heard. Again, we're officially saying you can stay and talk as long as you want, but, and not that our meetings are that big, but if it gets to a big meeting, you know, we really should put a sign-in sheet, and that's the order of, this is the order that people should actually walk up and speak to the board. Again, we're not putting a restraint on there, we just want everybody to consider that everybody else's time is pretty important. So those are the big items that are really highlighted in this proposal. So we just really want to document the rules governing town board meetings for the town of Princetown. So it is hereby resolved that the town board of the town of Princetown adopt the rules that govern public access to the meetings of the town board of the town of Princetown. These rules will cover recording and broadcasting public portions of meetings, privileges of the floor, and public noticing of these rules, and are contained in the attached rules document. Do I have a motion?
I'll make it. I'll second.
Edwards,
Aye.
Esposito,
Yeah.
Kuzinski,
Yes.
Briggs.
Yes.
So I don't hear you do the resolutions for repair, painting, and the shop.
Well, this would, these are the loose pages, so, down at the bottom there, it says safety grant.
Right,
Um,
that's what I mean, that's the shop.
Yeah, so let's read it all. It's hereby resolved that the town of Princetown authorizes Justice Michelle Van Wart to apply for a justice grant to facilitate, implement safety items, details on the amount of the grant and what it plans to implement. I guess that's my question. Just for clarity, Michelle, what are we applying for? I know it's a safety grant, but.
Well, it's a JCAP, it's the Justice Court Assistance Program, and it's for up to $30,000. And a couple of people have asked why we didn't have electric door openers for the handicapped people, and I'm going to see if we can get that. Obviously, the grant will be all put together, you'll have an opportunity to review it, and then you would have to sign it. But one of the things that's important with the grant is a resolution by the town board. So the deadline is October 1st, so it would have to be this meeting that resolution will have to be created.
I think we're pretty good with it. So is there any,
I've received 3 estimates, and the estimates for the electric. The only other thing that goes along with the grant, you apply online, and then you print it. And then the supervisor signs it. Attached to it are the estimates, the resolution, and a copy of the current year budget. For the court,
Instead of this resolution, do you want to do the one that I sent you? Or did I sent Mike?
Is that pretty much?
No,
I don't know.
this is totally different than what I sent you. I mean, it doesn't matter to me. I was wondering if Michelle, if it was,
Well, I mean,
does
is
Jake
it
have
a
one
safety?
more?
No, this is sufficient, because this
Okay.
is modeled after one of the prior ones that we did.
This grant is only for the electric door opener?
Well, it can be up to $30,000, so if there's something else that
So
the
it could
town
be
board feels is, and
20
I,
and 10.
pardon?
Could be like 20,000 on one project and 10 on another.
As long as it is supported by Justice Court Assistance Program. I mean, it can't be for the removal of a dilapidated car outside. I mean, that's not gonna come under the grant. Something that has to do with the safety for people coming into the courtroom, which obviously has to do with our seniors coming in for their meetings as well as town board meetings.
Painting of the troopers' barracks.
Pardon?
Painting of the troopers'
Yeah, I think that might be stretching.
All right, great. So, do I have a motion?
I'll make it.
I'll second.
Edwards?
Aye.
Esposito?
Yes.
Kuzinski?
Yes.
Joyce?
Yes.
Thank you.
Last two folks, and then we'll. So this is for the repair of the ceilings at the Trooper Barracks. Resolve the town board hereby accepts the bid and award the contract to repair to the ceiling of the Trooper Barracks to Dennison Construction of 1288 Pangburn Road in town, and a total amount of $1,000. Do I have a motion?
That's the repair of the attic.
well, to repair the ceilings.
I'll make the motion. I'll second.
Edwards,
Aye.
Esposito,
I'm gonna have to recuse myself from that.
Jazinski? Jazinski,
Yes.
Joyce,
Yes. This is for the painting. Resolve the town board hereby accept the bid and awards the contract for painting the trooper barracks to the Van Lee Painting of 43 Crane Street, Amsterdam, New York, in the total amount of $11,250, subject to the approval by the attorney for the town of a contract for the work and proof of adequate workers' compensation and liability insurance.
do you want to add that to the first resolution too? Liability insurance?
$1,000. But, we should see this insurance.
Want to add it or no? The insurance company second every person. We should have to have the repair.
I agree. From the, subject to the approval by the attorney for the town contract.
Yes. We checked, something like that, there's for $11,000, we should actually have a formal contract that is created.
So, then we want to see the insurance, we want to make sure the contract that we're going to even want to get a bid only $1,000. We can't screw up for more than $1,000.
Right. Well, yeah, we're going to need a contract. Yeah, the scope of work is set. You're going to be getting on a ladder. You get, so, strict language. Well, you need to see their workers' compensation and general liability. Generally speaking, cover sheet is fine.
Usually they just fax it to me.
I'll make the motion on Van Lee to be hired to,
Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Who made the motion? Joe? Did you second?
Yes.
Edwards?
I,
Yes.
Yes. Joyce?
Abstain. All right. So that brings to closure the business piece of the meeting. We will,
Before we go on, you, get the general liability, compensation insurance, then I can notify, you have to see a copy of this?
I like to see that.
You have to see it.
To make sure that they're valid, legitimate company.
That I can notify the police.
let's have one meeting, please.
yeah.
Is that agreeable to everybody? Get this going.
Yeah. I'd like to open the floor up again for public comment.
Michelle Hanworth. I just have a question for the town board, and I guess it was more appropriate to do it after, and you have your concerns. I was going to ask the town board to go into executive session with regard to this matter, but since it's already been published in the Schenectady Gazette, I really didn't see much need to put it into a private setting. Obviously, back in July, the town board asked Mr. Trimarchi to draft a letter to the Attorney General with regard to the position that I hold besides the justice, the administrative clerical position. and I believe he did that on August 24th. And just kind of the background information, after the ethics opinion was issued by the Commission on Judicial Ethics in November stating I could perform both duties as judge and the administrative clerical duties and receive compensation for them, the town board sought to get an opinion from the New York State Attorney General. Mr. Tremarky, the attorney at the time, was asked to draft the letter, and that letter went out 15 pages, I might add, that had exhibits as well as outlining the duties of each of the positions of court clerk and the administrative position that I perform besides my job as judge. Also he included the formal opinion that the New York State Commission on Judicial Ethics provided. On September 5th, I received an email from Stephen Cook, the Gazette reporter, asking for my thoughts on the letter he attached from the Attorney General addressed to legal counsel at the time, Peter Tremarky. I indicated that I didn't have any knowledge of that letter because I had not received it, nor had I had any knowledge that it had been responded to. And I did send Mr. Cuevas a letter on the email on the 28th, and up to that point he had not heard anything either, and said as soon as he received something he would let me know. I responded to Steve Cook, and on Thursday, September 6th, an article was in the Schenectady Gazette outlining a 1994 opinion regarding two justices, one acting as a clerk to the other. This, the Attorney General considered incompatible and inappropriate. Also on September 6th, Mr. Joyce came to my office and gave me the answer from the Attorney General, and I was a little upset because it had already been in the paper, so really the fact that I received the letter from the Attorney General after the fact, it really didn't make much matter. And I was somewhat concerned that the Gazette got it before anyone in the town got it, so I believe, or not. But what I think happened is that somehow that letter got to the Gazette before Mr. Joyce provided it to me. And I was somewhat upset about that. And what I'm asking the question now at the town board is how the process of mail, whether it be snail mail or internet mail, would have gone to the Gazette before coming to the town board, or to the supervisor, or to the town attorney. And secondly, what does the town board plan to do now with the fact that the opinion that was received from the Attorney General was A, informal, B, not binding, and C, not on point at all. So I think we're back to square one with Mr. Tremarky creating an exact situation that occurs here in Princetown. And Mr. Joyce, I think you said you were quite disappointed with the 2-paragraph letter that you got back from the Attorney General. It looked like a boilerplate response from them, not addressing the issues that are here in Princetown. So I guess instead of taking it into executive session and then you come back out and talk about it, what you're going to do, it's out in the paper. Somehow they got it before we got it. And I guess I want to know how the town board is going to now act in the next step.
If
I don't have to go into executive
It
session.
sounds like it's, it is what it is now. I'm gonna say so.
Yeah, that's fine. I just.
No,
Yeah, that's fine.
Mike's gonna answer
Okay.
the question.
Sure.
I think that the facts were clearly set forth as Judge Van Wert indicated to the Attorney General in great detail about what the situation was here in Princetown. And that basically the response from the Attorney General was, we've issued an opinion on this subject before, and they look at it as just a compatibility question, whether the positions of town justice and court clerk are incompatible positions as a matter of law. And they referred to their opinion from 1994, 94-29, saying that those two positions are incompatible. That is the same opinion that was given by the Commission on Judicial Conduct. In their decision, they indicated too that the Commission considers the positions of justice and clerk of the same town court to be incompatible. They went on to say, requiring that respondent vacate one or the other.
Or, there's an or after that.
Well, no, it's one or the other.
No,
They
or
go on to
seek
say,
an,
respondent received an opinion from the Advisory Committee on Judicial Ethics.
right,
But-
seek an opinion, they told me.
Right, but what that does is say that the Commission on Judicial Conduct can't take any action against the justice on this, but that's irrelevant. When two positions, two public offices are considered incompatible, the courts going way back in time to common law have indicated that when the positions are deemed incompatible, upon the acceptance of the second position, the first position is deemed vacated. So that would mean that in the case of Judge Van Wert, if she was court clerk first, then was elected to the position of town justice, accepted the position of town justice, signed her oath of office for that position, then the court clerk position becomes vacant and can be immediately filled or not after that. But the case law is clear that then the person can no longer proceed in the two offices. And that's what the Attorney General is telling us. So right now, the town could be in a position of potential liability if it were to continue to do that. But by operation of law, the first position is vacated, then that would mean the judge can no longer continue as town clerk. That means, the town